always want so much attention.
Well, hello there. Anybody out there today? This is I'm Kind of Sketchy Studios. This is my second ever live stream, and we are coming to you from Zephyr, Texas, in what I like to call Sunday Night Live. And your host, Bob. Tell me what to draw.
How about a quokka?
How about a what?
Quokka.
A quokka. I'm not really sure how to draw that, but let me look right quick. A quokka. Let's see. I can start out with a quokka as a request from my wife. Now, a quokka is an Australian animal. I do know that much. So, and it's a little bitty animal that always looks like it's happy. I don't know if y'all have ever seen a quokka or not, but it is kind of a fun little. Looks like it's a fun little animal. So, let's see if I can draw one of those here. So, let's see, get my trusty pencil, my eraser on standby, and get my pencil sharpener on the ready here. Let's see, it's kind of a chipmunky looking animal with chipmunky cheeks going on. How about almost, it looks like kind of like a koala in a way. The nose is kind of a egg shape kind of nose. And it's one of my wife's favorite animals. If we ever look at the market for another animal, we might just humor the notion of having a quokka for a pet. I don't know if they're legal to have or not, but they sure are happy looking. And so that wouldn't be something that's so bad, especially in today's life and times, you know. So, you know, have you ever seen a quokka? Have you seen one in person? Do you know what they look like? They're sure. I drew one as a YouTube video one time, and now I guess I'm drawing it as another YouTube video. And that's what this is. It's a quokka. Today we are drawing a quokka bear, or I guess it's not a quokka bear, it's a quokka. But a little round little eyes, and yes, I'm serious. I don't know if you've ever seen one, but they always look like they're smiling. I think Bob Ross would be happy to have a quokka. Or perhaps Steve Irwin would have had a quokka. Seemed like a fun guy with a fun personality. And who knows? I mean, I've never met the guy, but they always have huge cheeks. I know this is kind of a cartoony version of one, but if you look at one, you'll see that they actually look rather cartoony. And I'm not kidding either. They do look like they're always like hi. They look like a Disney version of a animal in real life. So we're starting out as a sketchy quokka bear, or excuse me, quokka. For any of you enthusiasts out there, probably isn't called a quokka bear, but my wife requested a quokka for today. So, what about you? Have you? Should I add something to this quokka? Should I? We're going to draw a sketch starting out with this guy, and then build on it. What to add to finish this piece? What to add to it? So it's kind of I don't know if I need a permit to own one. I probably do. They're probably protected. uh, the websites I've seen pictures of them on, they never say you can't own a quokka, but you might have to have special training or something. Sorry that you're buffering there. Hope you don't lose signal all the way. But if you do, come on back. I'll be waiting. They got a big old black seed for a nose, I think. It's like a, I don't know, almond or something. The like I said, it looks like the what were those two chipmunks in the Disney universe from way back. What were the
Chipmunks?
Yeah, what were the chipmunks? Not Alvin and the Chipmunks, but
Alvin and the Chipmunks?
no, they were Disney. I don't know. Does anybody else know?
I don't know.
Oh, hi, you are back. Hello, Mr. Badley. You are back, and welcome. So, should I add something to this? Chippendale, there you go. The Chippendale.
There you go.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember the song. The Chippendale. Later on, they were the Rescue Rangers, but
Yeah.
before that, they were just Chippendale. I was trying to remember the theme song from the old school. I'm talking about the old school Disney. Well, yeah, but the theme song.
Yes.
No, that
Chippendale song. Woo.
no, that was
Chippendale.
DuckTales.
No.
That was
Yeah.
DuckTales. Yeah, DuckTales. Woo! Yeah, that was DuckTales.
Oh, well.
But there's like, I think it was kind of like, I'm Chip, I'm Dale. You know, we're just a couple of crazy rascals out to have some fun, or something like that. That's what keeps coming up in my mind. You know, whenever someone says something about Chippendale. But they actually have. You don't know the theme song, yeah. But that's what comes to my mind from the one I used to see as a kid was the Crazy Rascals that keeps going on in my brain whenever it comes up. But they kind of have these. I think they actually have the Disney hand that we talked about last time. Only they don't have white gloves; they have black hands. They still have the four fingers. It looks like in the pictures. I don't know. Maybe I do see. Okay, there's a fourth hand, a fourth finger. So there you go. But I mean, you can look up and see what a quokka looks like. They can't help but be happy when you look at one. He should look like Mr. T, like with the gold chains and the mohawk. Big old gold chains and big old mohawk. Okay, let's see. I pity the fool who doesn't laugh at me. I pity the fool who doesn't think I'm cute. So big old mohawk. He kind of has the fur for that, I guess. Let it grow long on top and. Maybe should have an ear ring, like didn't Mr. T have like some sort of a gold earring? There you go. He has a
Yeah.
manly macho earring. So maybe like nah, I'm still gonna have the jaw of a quokka. Oh, my eraser just broke in half, but that's all right. So, all right, big old gold chain. All right. Big old gold chains around his neck. Kind of sketch those in here right quick. Let's see. Big old medallion right here. Mr. Bling, Mr. T. So we're joined in our studio today by my lovely wife Corey, who you've heard in the background, and our dog Leo, who you haven't heard yet, but I'm sure if a cow comes up to the window, he'll be the first to bark at it. So Mr. Macho Ranch Savage. Oh yeah, it was either him or Mr. Savage, huh? That's yeah. I guess there's not enough room up here for me to draw Mr. Savage's big little hats, or I might even lose his glasses. But I already have a little round eyes for a Quokka, so probably not. He was always wearing those '80s shades, wasn't he? So let's see. How about a Q for Quokka as his medallion?
Oh, honest Jane.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh wait, that's Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna draw the lengths very much, but I'm gonna give him like
Kool-Aid
the
Man.
Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Oh, Randy Savage also said, "Oh yeah, yeah, product of the '80s." Yep. I remember I didn't really watch wrestling. I don't think I did as a kid. But I watched. I remember seeing the toys. I remember seeing the there was a big action figure movement in the '80s, and they definitely had a lot of wrestler action toys, from toys that came with a wrestling rink to just different kinds, and they even had all kinds of action figures. It was definitely a decade for cartoons and toys, but that's getting lost with all the with cell phones and screens. Everybody's into that. Mr. Bill, no, not Mr. Bill, Mr. Bill. Anybody remember that besides me and the Orion over here, or Mr. Badley, as he wants to be called on here, I guess. My good buddy, who's another YouTuber. Um, First saw him, he was doing how to do things badly. Oh hey, Miss King, how are you? Welcome. Today we're drawing a Quokka with Corey requested a Quokka bear, Quokka, and then my good buddy Mr. Badley decided um, to put chains from Mr. T. So yeah, and a mohawk. So that's what we're doing, and a Q for Quokka on his gold bling right there. So we pity the fool who doesn't like a Quokka bear. Again, I apologize if it's not a Quokka bear, but for some reason my brain keeps wanting to call it a Quokka bear. I guess if I ever had one, I would mistakenly call it a Quokka bear to whenever I'm talking about to my friends. But yeah, they're kind of neat. They always look so happy, like a Disney character brought to life. Hey, Mr. Badley, I don't know if I could, if the comments are shared. Like I don't know if you can see other people on here. I can see that bit from my end. All I see is what I'm seeing, and y'all can see each other's. But K King said, "Hey, Mr. Badley." So there you go. In case you can't hear, in case you can't read the other person, um, live from Zephyr. It's Sunday Night Live with your host, Bob, the Space Monkey. That's my plug for upper management. So yeah, this chat is on fire. So you got K King and King. Did I say that wrong? I meant to say K King, but who would win, Mr. Q or a rock? I guess it depends on if you're talking about Dwayne Johnson or not. Out a stone. In that case, just get out of the way, or because a stone can't go uphill. So the quote.
Smiles and it would make Rock laugh.
Oh, chord. I don't know if y'all heard that, but the Cuoco would win because it's so darn cute. It would make The Rock just smile and say, "You know what? You're not so bad." Plus, the animal rights activists would probably have a field day if he ever fought a Cuoco. But the Rocky. Oh, Rocky. Oh, yeah, Rocky. I'm not sure. I'm sure Stallone. Oh yeah, Mr. T was in one of those, wasn't he? Yeah. Never really watched a lot of those, but I don't know if I was allowed or if I just didn't care to. I saw I knew that they were out there. I was more into He-Man and those type of things growing up. Star Wars was more my jam. Hey, to each their own. Wrestling movies and movies about fighters like the Rocky Balboa and stuff. That's good American cinema in its own right, and along with everything else, like I don't know, The Godfather and all those other type of movies, even the B movies like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. That was an interesting one. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that, but that was a classic. Yeah, classic good piece of good cinema, only available here in the good old United States. I've said that you can definitely tell the difference between the way that Americans do movies and other countries do movies, and as far as those good old B movies, it's probably good. They're probably thinking, you know what, we'll just leave that to the United States because there's a reason they're called B movies, not just because they're the B quality, but because they're the bad movies. Twilight Zone. Yeah, Twilight Zone. That was a good show. Netflix actually had that on there for a while, and I was watching that till they took it off last month or the month before. I was watching all the old ones. And we actually was watching one, my son and I, we were watching one, and it was like the first or second episode of the very first season. And it actually got to the point where the guy it was about, the new Twilight Zone? Yeah, no, I haven't really seen that. But the guy that it was about, is it okay? Well, that's is it as good as the original? So the one that the guy was the episode was about the guy who he was a writer, and he turned out that he was writing people into reality, and he realized that he could write reality and write people into existence. And turns out towards the end that he had actually written his wife into existence, and he had his wife, he was having an affair with some lady, and she was actually written into existence. Both of them were, and then it actually turned out that it was funny because at the end, when Rod Sterling came on, and he was saying, "This is how it happened, and this is the Twilight Zone," and all that. At the end of the show, the guy goes over and gets the real where he wrote Mr. Sterling into existence, and he burns that, and Mr. Sterling's like, "Well, I guess that's the way it goes," and he disappears from existence. So that was a interesting thing. So it's like, so he's the one who wrote. So it was basically, this is who's actually really in charge of the Twilight Zone, which was really kind of weird, but it was cool. My son and I were looking at each other like, so Mr. Q, because that was interesting. If the first episode of the new one of the comedian, every time he told a joke and got a laugh, the person disappeared. Wow. And got the laugh, the person who told the joke disappeared or despaired. That would be interesting if it went something like that. So, all right, I think we're just about ready to add something else to this quokka. The one the joke was, so whenever he told the joke, whoever it was that he told the joke about would disappear. Well, that's not very nice. I wondered if he knew that that happened. Well, that would be. You should be a writer. But that's what Twilight Zone's all about, isn't it? Crazy things that happen in the world of the bizarre, kind of like Outer Limits or Dark. Was it the Dark Side or um, what's that other Twilight Zone type uh, where it was more of a dark. It was in the 80s, I think. It was a little bit later on. You stumbled into the dark side. No, that's not right. No, not Tales from the Crypt.
Outer Limits.
No, not Outer Limits either. I was thinking about that, but it was a um they should do a Twilight Zone about Quokka that falls in love with Quokka, they disappear. She wouldn't want to tell a joke about many people. Well, I guess you could, um, not to get too political, but you can clear out Washington, I guess. But let's not go there. That was an ambiguous statement. I didn't mean to, not meaning to get political. But you can, if you don't like your your daughter's boyfriend, or your ex or something, but you can tell jokes about the politics. Yeah, well, yeah, that's so. Yeah, he started to tell jokes about people, and that they were doing bad stuff. Well, yeah. See, there's Twilight Zone, Alfred Hitchcock, Ray Bradbury, which was a good show. Um, I guess it's not showing me over here, but don't want to give the end away. Well, yeah, yeah, it's maybe I'll have to check that out. Is it on regular TV or uh is it on a live stream event, or is it where's it on? Where's it airing at? Oh, Paramount streaming system. Yeah, yeah. Everyone's got their own thing. Oh, Peacock. I've heard of that. We have Netflix, and we have so we're enjoying that. A lot of good shows are coming off of that show though, but it's kind of I wish they wouldn't just take it away, but that's the way it goes. I cannot find the show, but it was kind of creepy. It was kind of like Outer Limits, or but it was more scary. Um, but so that is that. So is there anything else anybody would like to? What should this Quokka? What else should be on this Quokka picture? Anything else before I decide to ink it in? Should he have? What else should be on there? Anything else in the picture? On, around, in, something? I can't afford all those things. Yeah, well, neither can I. We actually have a pretty good deal. I won't get into it, but we, our Netflix, and I've been on about 24 minutes. I had been on for a minute, about 10 minutes beforehand, but I deleted it because absolutely nobody was showing up. I guess it was just wrong timing or something. I don't know, but it just wasn't on a very good start for tonight. I think I had somebody on before, but they but they had I had a hard time getting on. So I saw someone waiting, but it never really. By the time I was on, I couldn't get on for some technical reasons. So now they were gone by the time I got back on. Can you fit in the van in the background? Oh, Mr. T's van, yeah. See if so please forgive me if I don't draw this van the right way. I know he had a spoiler on the back. If I remember correctly, it was a red spoiler. It had a stripe down the side. Not a good artist when it comes to cars. Most of mine's people and creatures. Most of my experiences with the living and the imaginative. But so you'll forgive me if if my car art is not up to par car art, whatever. So like I said, I apologize for the crudeness of the van, but trying to get a perspective of the van here for you. I'm not working from a reference, so just trying to. What was the show called? Fart? No, not Fart. I don't know if you were thinking of something else there. Crude, dude. Crude. Well, what happens on Sunday night stays on Sunday night, I suppose. As long as no one takes offense. Sorry if anyone does. So let's see, maybe a little bit of a steering wheel, and you can have, let's see, Mr. T driving with his mohawk. How about that? He's driving in the little car there. Not a very good picture. Oh, rings? You want me to? Okay, I'll put some bling rings on his fingers. There you go. He's got a couple of rings. Yeah. Oh, he's also got some bracelets and stuff too, huh? So here's I'm sorry, I'm not really too sure about the van. I know it was a black van, the red stripe. So maybe it'll come out better when it's in color. Whenever I ink it in, gotta have the headlights. I know it was a 1980s van. I remember having action figures of the A-Team. I remember having them. I think I got them all for Christmas one time. Oh yeah, they're still trying to figure out that show. The Dark Side, maybe. Not the one about the vampires, but the Dark Side. Great American Hero. That was funny. I actually saw that on YouTube. They actually had that on YouTube. Yeah, the A-Team. Oh, I thought you were still talking about the creepy Outer Limits show. But yeah, the A-Team, yeah. A-Team. If you need them, they'll be there. Just call on them. They're the A-Team. What was it? Murdoch, B.A. Baracus, Mouth, and what were their names? Murdoch was a crazy one. Mr. T show. I don't know. He may have had a cartoon. I remember seeing that in history. I don't know if I ever watched it, but I remember seeing a cartoon with Mr. T. I think he was actually on a serial too. But everybody had cereal back then, I guess. You were either eating cereal or you were on a cereal box. Before my time, yeah, it was around that time, in the 1980s. Hulk Hogan, yeah. Yep. That was another wrestler. Let's see. Let me bust out a Sharpie here. Maybe we can start inking this thing in here. With a good point. That was in the show. Charlie's Angels. That was another classic, huh? Charlie's Angels. Let me see. Like I said earlier, when I started doing this again tonight, I was having trouble logging on as getting into my own live stream, so I had to redo it. I saw that somebody was actually on before. I don't know if that was any of you, but like I said, I apologize for the delay. I guess I'm just gonna have to not schedule. I'm just gonna have to get in here and pop it in there live and hope people remember to see it, or that they're, I don't know, I'll try it again. I'll try to schedule it again next week a couple more times. But I really got to figure that out. I don't know why it wasn't letting me in. But we'll figure that out in post, I guess. Yeah, live stream is weird. And people are weird. But you know what? It's the same. And then there'd be no point in us talking to each other because we all organized. Problem with schedule, but it's good to do. Yeah, it is good to do so that people can know that you're serious about doing it. Yeah, I gave him an earring. Didn't Mr. T have a gold earring? He had gold everywhere. Surprised he didn't have.
He had rings.
He had rings. Yeah,
I don't remember him having earrings.
I think so. So if he didn't, oh well. He does now. I pity the fool who tells him different. You have a quote from Mr. T? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he didn't like flying. In A-Team, he was always like, I don't like flying, fool. So but they always knocked him out and got him to fly. Probably like one of those the running jokes, the trope of the show was getting him to get on a plane, see if he was going to kill Murdoch for making him get on a plane. I don't know if he had bracelets on, but this Quokka T does. Mr. Q, I pity the fool, Mr. Q. Being kind to your mama? Do I remember the song? I'm sure there was one. I'm sure my mom probably made me listen to it, but I don't remember it. No, it was Mr. Badley. How to be kind to your mama? I know there's a comedian who did a song, things not to say to your mama. It was Tim Hawkins. He's a Christian comedian. Yeah, things you don't say to your mama.
No. 50 ways to please your mother.
Oh yeah, 50 ways to please your mother. Mr. It's Mama song. No, never did see that one. Mr. T's Mama song. There's lots of people who probably shouldn't have had songs like, but that did, you know. William Shatner, for one, a lot of people say they dogged him for it, and they actually, I heard that Mr. Spock actually had a song, but people always ridicule him because you know they didn't like him or whatever. Treat your mama right. Well, I don't know Mr. T, but that's good that he had that kind of thing, you know. It's nice to know that even a hard, tough Mr. T can still be hobbits. It was about hobbits. I guess, well, they had Lord of the Rings back then. It was just in book and cartoon. It wasn't in the movies yet. Oh yeah, that's right. I thought you were still talking about Mr. T's song. Yeah, the Spock had the song about hobbits. And I saw a meme the other day where Mr. Spock was a hitchhiker. It said, and the translation and the transition translates into and thanks for all the fish off of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So some people might not get it. You have to know that show though. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So who let the dogs out? My wife. Who let the dog out? Corey. All right. Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. Just crazy people having crazy songs, and I guess it was the 80s, so you know, everybody was psychedelic or something, and who knows what songs would have been there if we weren't all a little bit crazy. What's that song about? You're coming to take me away, haha. That's another one from the 80s, isn't it? Or the 70s? I don't know. From back then somewhere. So I got into Mr. T song cute. Treat her right. I guess you went off to go listen to it. That's cool. Maybe I'll have to write it down and listen to it sometime. I mean, Dr. Demento. Yeah, exactly. Dr. Demento. And Weird Al Yankovic. He's actually still making things now. Weird Al Yankovic. All kinds of crazy stuff. He's still, and people are actually parodying his stuff now, which is a fair turnabout, I guess. So that's the world of parody, and then you make fun of people, and you should expect them to parody your stuff in return. Someone said that imitation is the highest form of flattery, so you know, hope they keep that in mind when they see their stuff being parodied. I'm sure they do. I'm sure Weird Al is all into that, and he appreciates the parody nature of comedians to not take offense if he ever sees his stuff being parodied in real life. Keep it clean, keep it nice. You know, don't be mean about it, you know. The 50s, yeah. I wasn't there, so I don't know, but Was that when that stuff was going on? When Dr. Demento was going on? Is a parody of a parody still a parody? Well, is the enemy of my enemy my friend? Or the enemy of my enemy a salesman from Nebraska? I don't know. I guess it's still a parody. But is a parody done with a bird a parody? Or is it a parody? I guess it all depends on the viewer. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check that out tonight or tomorrow. Maybe you have to ask Katy Perry if they if it's still a parody. I don't know. Only time will tell, I suppose. Never really followed Katy Perry, but I know there's a person who's a celebrity, Katy Perry. She does music, but not really a big follower of that genre. But hey, you know, everybody has their own tastes, I suppose. So there's a sketch. Let me get some better marker here. So crazy how the drawing develops from a picture of a wild animal to a picture of Mr. T and the Moving Man. A moving man. I guess we know what he did after he got out of show business. He became a mover, maybe. We're just having fun tonight, I guess. Not really a serious drawing night. You know, I'm kind of sketchy. I do have a video channel where I do speed drawings, and they're more professional than this. But we're just having fun. This is Sunday night. I'm not taking it too seriously tonight, and neither should you. This is just a time to have fun with my viewers and, you know, connect a little bit. You know, not be too crazy, too lazy. You know, make each other laugh, because if we don't make each other laugh, who else? So, oh yes. With this, I need to have a little bit of red. His van has to have the red spoiler and the red stripe down the side, huh? Yeah, the hurricane. Yeah, I'm glad that we're not in that. I feel bad for the people who are, but you know, I'm also glad that we're not in there. You know, sorry, Louisiana, South Texas. We're kind of like northern central Texas here. Yeah, there's a bad hurricane. They're evacuating parts of Louisiana. Well, if the people leave, you know, that's how it goes, right? They don't want to leave. Was there something going on in Afghanistan, or is that just a your typical praying for people in Afghanistan? I mean, there's always something going on over there, right? Oh, so, okay. Another weather disaster, maybe not anything political. I don't know. Haven't really heard, but yeah, weather is not very fun to have to. The bad storms, there's a difference between a nice little rain and the bad weather out there. So yeah, keep your prayers out for those people, and be grateful that even though you might have things going on, there's always someone else who has something maybe even worse than you have. So here's what we're about here is just drawing and having fun and trying to have some good times here, trying to draw and trying to, even if you don't draw, come on and tell me what to draw and let's have some fun at doing it. That's what it's all about. Yeah, bad things happen, and yeah, a lot of life sucks, but there's also good things in life too. And we just gotta remember those good times. Otherwise, we're gonna fall victim to one of the classic blunders in history, forgetting the good times, and just that leads to things like depression and go down that road. It's hard to get out. Oh, Ida. Okay. Thanks for the correction. Thanks for thanks for offering that bit of corrective news to anyone who's listening. The hurricane in Afghanistan is Ida, I suppose. Well, yeah, Wyoming. It's a lot of. Okay, you got to go. Well, all right. Thanks for coming in, and come back next time, and we'll try to have everything up and running on time. And check out my videos on my channel, my other sketch speed drawing videos, and we'll see you next time. Kay King, thanks for coming in. We might almost be done with this drawing. I know it's not a very detailed, it's kind of a sketchy drawing, but isn't the mythos that goes along with this channel it can be kind of sketchy. It doesn't have to be a detailed. I'm just having some fun here. Not very much reference. This isn't screen accurate. This is just a fun little thing that I'm doing. I don't even know if it's accurate or not because I don't have anything in front of me to see what I'm drawing, if that's the way it really is. So there you go. There's Mr. Q, the Quokka. So let's see. Mr. Q. Quokka. You should do giveaway. You should give away the things that you do on your live streams. Maybe. If they're like this, I don't know if people would want them, but this is just having fun. But all right, maybe I'll think about that. I am actually doing something. I have something I want to do with things that people ask me to draw. I have an idea for something. It's a bit of a group effort, I guess, if you think about it like that. Yeah, that's true. They do load free stuff, but I actually have to get people to show up to these things. Otherwise, who am I going to give it to? So invite your friends, your family, your loved ones, your dogs, your chickens, your quokkas, and have them come on over, and then I can start giving them. I could email them stuff or send them pictures of stuff, or free printouts. I don't know, but you got to have people watching to be able to give stuff away. You love free stuff too. I do too. So, Mr. Quokka, the Quokka. So, today this is our drawing for the evening, and we've almost an hour. And I think it's been pretty good session. Had 2 people watching. I'm going to say that this is actually my concept. I want to do is I want to make a coloring book out of all the things I draw here. So it's going to be a group effort. Y'all tell me what to do, and I will draw them. And I will come out with a. All right, I'll wait. Are you back? Are you back, Mr. Badley? I know you said you were buffering. Well,
Take that away.
my idea is I want to have a coloring book done with all the things that y'all tell me to draw. So starting with the leprechaun, and then this, and then the next 20 something pages. So quite a while, a few months worth. And then it'll be available, and I'll give it away as a prize to. I'll give it away as a prize to a lucky viewer. I'll do a drawing. It'll be one of them. I know, like I said, they're not the best, but they're fun. Commemorating our time together here on Sunday nights. This is the first one that I did last week. And this will be in there, and this will be the second one, and then there'll be like 20 something more. A prize to you? Well, yeah, if you're the only one that shows up to these things, maybe that qualifies it. Perhaps you'll be the lucky one, and we'll just have to see how it goes. But please invite your friends. So hopefully I'll have more viewers between now and then. Another 3 months, hopefully more people will show up. So I guess it's about that time to break forms in the rhyme, but to wrap this thing up and call it good for the evening. It's been about an hour, and well, that's very nice that you promote me on your channel. And I'd like to Badly, I know that you have a few different things, how to do things. Yeah, I think it has. I think I've so So I guess that's about it for tonight. So I guess as always, I'm your artist Logan, and I'm kind of sketchy, and I'll catch you laters.